Hi everyone, welcome back to Taxi Talk. I'm Ali, and today I'm sharing some of my most challenging passenger experiences. Every job has its tough moments, but in the taxi business, you never know what's going to happen next. Let's dive into some of the trickiest rides I have had. Drunk and disorderly. So I picked up this guy who clearly had a long night. He stumbles into the cab, slurring his word, and right away, I can tell it's going to be a tricky ride. He tries to give me directions, but keep forgetting where he's going. At one point, he decides he wants to stop and grab some food in the middle of the ride. I told him we couldn't make any unplanned stops, but he just kept insisting. And the best part, he kept calling me Dave. My name isn't Dave. Eventually, I got him home safely and he gave me a generous tip of $3 in loose change. It was a wild ride to say the least. The backseat driver. This next one happened during a busy day. I picked up a passenger who, from the second she got in, started giving me directions. I had the GPS on, but she'd interrupt every few seconds with turn here, watch the lights, and slow down. At one point, she got frustrated that I wasn't taking her shortcuts and went on about how she knew the city better than anyone. I had to stay polite, nodding along and biding my tongue, even though her route was twice as long. When we finally arrived, she gave me a long lecture on how to be a better driver. As she walked away, I was just glad the drive was over. The smuggler. One time I had a passenger who got in carrying a bag, heavy duffel bag. He kept clutching it tightly and looking around, acting really nervous. Right away, I thought, okay, this is strange. As we drove, he kept looking out the window like he was watching for someone. I didn't ask too many questions, but every time he'd adjust the bag, I felt a bit more on edge. My mind was racing. Was it money? Something illegal? I tried to keep calm, but it wasn't easy. I dropped him off and he got out quickly without a word. To this day, I'll never know what was in the bag, but I was just relieved when the ride was over. The arguing couple. So this couple gets in and they are already in the middle of an argument. At first, it was just a small complaint, but by the time I hit the first stoplight, they were practically yelling. It got so awkward. I tried focusing on the road, pretending I couldn't hear them, but they kept dragging me in. One of them turned to me and asked, "Don't you agree that it's rude to be late?" I didn't know what to say. They eventually cooled down, but that was a ride where every minute felt like an hour. I don't think I've ever been so relieved to drop passenger off. Mysterious passenger. Then there was this passenger who got in and didn't say a word the entire ride. I mean, not a single word, not greeting, not directions, nothing. They just pointed in a general direction when I asked where they were going. As we drove, they stared out the window with this intense look, and I couldn't tell if they were upset or just lost in thought. Every attempt to start a conversation was met with silence. The whole time I just kept wondering if I was supposed to say something or just drive. When we arrived, they paid, nodded, and walked away without a word. To this day, it's the most silent ride I have ever had, and definitely one of the strangest. And those are some of my most challenging passenger experiences. Being a taxi driver isn't always easy, but every tough ride is a story in itself. If you enjoyed these stories, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more, and let me know in the comments about any challenging moment you have had. Thanks for turning into Taxi Talks. Catch you next time.